This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, a special event was held at the Hazleton Area Career Center to try and save lives and prevent drug abuse. Good evening and thank you for joining us at FYI. I'm Ken Cara. The local information from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker will start coming your way now. A first-of-its-kind drug and alcohol expo was held last night at the Hazleton Area Career Center. The event was hosted by Pathway to Recovery, a Hazleton substance abuse counseling and education facility. It was sponsored by State Representative Tara Toohill. The event featured information, a Narcan training session for adults to learn how to administer Narcan, which reverses opioid overdoses, and a special mock bedroom to teach parents and caregivers the signs of addiction.
Well, I think it's important to hold the expo. One thing with our Narcan training is if anyone has a loved one who is a heroin addict, this is harm reduction. They can save their life if they know how to administer this drug. The other thing that we have going on here today is all of our agencies from town that deal with drug rehab, mental health issues, they're all here today, so people will be able to find services. And we also have our alternative activities. We have the Hazleton YMCA, the Art League is here, Rails to Trails, Hazleton Power. They're all of things that people could get involved in, and that so hopefully prevent addiction from happening.
The mock bedroom, as you can see, is a bedroom that we set up for parents. We don't usually allow anyone under the age of 18. We go through it with them, we show them various hiding places, various paraphernalia that people would use, things like that, especially some of the hiding places. What we want to really stress to people is don't ignore the obvious. If you see something, a picture, there may be something hidden in the picture. Don't think it always would have to be in deep pockets or underneath something. It could be right out in the open. So we want to just bring awareness to the community and to parents of things they should be looking for in their children's bedroom.
We're averaging, in the state of Pennsylvania alone, 8 to 9 people a day are dying because of the overdoses. And if we had naloxone available to the families, they might be able to reverse some of these overdoses. How often is this medication used? We have reversed over 250 in the Wilkes-Barre area in the last 18 months. In the state of Pennsylvania, we've reversed over 13,000 individuals, and we've saved their lives. Now, did they go back to usage? Some of them did, but the reality is this: when someone is in the process of dying due to an overdose of drugs, it's not the time to judge. It's the time to give medication, to administer, and then link them to treatment. This is the first step in linking them to treatment.
It's very appropriate that today we're doing this here at home in the district, and thanks to Pathways to Recovery, Luzerne County Drug and Alcohol is here, but on the state level, the state and the Governor Tom Wolf, he is recognizing that there is a huge opioid addiction crisis going on in Pennsylvania. He came before the Senate and the House today on the House floor, and he spoke to us, which is very rare that a governor comes in unless it's a budget address. He came in and he spoke to us about this crisis and about Republicans and Democrats working together to fight these issues, because it knows no race or boundaries or political party. It's affecting everyone. So hopefully we're moving in a fast and a good direction in fighting this crisis.
If you missed the expo and would like more information on how to help those with addiction, contact Pathway to Recovery at 570-455-9902. Another event that focuses on good health will take place this Saturday at the Hazleton One Community Center in Hazleton. Lisa Sugart has the details.
Today, we are very pleased to welcome to our studios Jennifer Sanchez. She is the Director of Outreach and Sponsorships for the National Association of Hispanic Nurses, a newly formed Northeast PA chapter. And they have begun with a brand new program, an outreach event taking place right here in our area this Saturday. So Jennifer, welcome to our studios first of all. And I know you have a great event being planned for Saturday at the Hazleton One Community Center.
Yes, it will be this Saturday from 12 to 4, and it is no appointment required. You can come and go as you please, but we're going to have a lot of information and resources. We have health screenings for diabetes, blood pressure, information on prenatal massage and childbirth education. We will have information on financial wellness and basics and your credit score from Wood Forest Bank. We have Core Fitness coming, and they're going to do a free Zumba session, as well as talking about being fit and healthy. We are having a lot of raffle items. We have gift cards from Staples, from Giant, from Weiss. We have a gift certificate from 10 Pin Bowl Arena. They gave us 2 gift certificates that are valued at least $50. And we have a corner by Tree of Life Music Together. And they were going to have instruments and music for kids and entertainment for them to be off in the corner while parents are getting information that they need.
Well, this is nice, and it's all free. That's really impressive. Why did the organization want to do this? Why did they feel it was so important?
Well, the National Association of Hispanic Nurses is really about improving the community health as well as increasing the number of Hispanic nurses. So our project was dual to address the health disparities of the Hispanic community and connect them with the resources that they need to address those disparities, as well as getting our community to move forward through education and knowledge. So that's why we have all the education portion of it, and if people want to themselves learn about what it is to be a nurse and how to move forward and pursue that career, we're going to have information on that as well.
So a variety of topics that'll help anybody and everybody,
Exactly.
people of all ages. So you want a nice crowd to come out. It's this Saturday, again, from noon to 4 at the Hazleton 1 Community Center. So I'll make a plea to everybody to come on down.
Yes, everybody, please come join us. There is nothing for you that you won't want to be a part of, and there's going to be tons of raffles. So everybody is welcome. Please do come.
All righty, thank you so much for joining us. You're welcome back anytime if there are more events coming up. A new chapter of the National Association of Hispanic Nurses right here in our area, doing community outreach this Saturday at the Hazleton 1 Community Center.
Thanks, Lisa. The City of Hazleton will sponsor a free community shred day this Saturday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Residents and local businesses can bring up to 4 boxes at a time of documents to be shredded for free. You are asked to remove checkbook covers, metal or plastic binder clips, plastic covers, paper clips, staples, and plastic windows from the items to be shredded. Simply put your documents in a bag or box and bring them to the South Wyoming Street parking lot at the corner of Wyoming and Chestnut Streets, across from the parking garage. Pull up, stay in your car. Your boxes will be emptied into the shredding truck and shredded on the spot, rain or shine. The event could end early if the truck is filled. When I saw that story in the lineup, I thought of the Shredder coming and recruiting people for the Foot Clan. I watched a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles growing up. Coming up next on FYI, we have another local history segment with Charles McElwee. And later in sports, we'll see what's going on in the first year of women's soccer at Penn State Hazleton.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Each week at this time, we welcome Charles McElwee to our studios. He's a member of the Board of Directors for the Greater Hazleton Historical Society and Museum. And today's topic is a subject that is dear to the hearts of many, I'm sure. Saw in the Standard Speaker recently where the altar from the former St. Stanislaus Roman Catholic Church in Hazleton was being moved out of state and was going to be used by another parish. So I guess this, in a way, is good news so that they know it will be utilized again.
Yes, it's excellent news. So Mount St. Mary College in Newburgh, New York, will now house the altar in their chapel of St. Stanislaus Catholic Church, which closed in 2013 in Hazleton. A very sad loss for the area. It housed the Polish community's Roman Catholic parish, and it had dated back to 1893. So a tremendous loss when that church closed a few years ago, but there's an opportunity now for people in Hazleton to, on October 8th, to visit the altar and see a piece of their history that day.
How nice is that they go? I'm sure they're going to have a bus full to go to see this.
Yes, it sounds like it will be a tremendous action-packed filled event. So Charles Zola, who was a professor at Mount St. Mary and a Hazleton native, he and Carol Barron are organizing this trip. And you can take a bus from Hazleton by contacting Carol, and you'll get to go to the dedication mass to mark the ceremony of this new piece of the chapel, which was initially dedicated in St. Stan's by the Gans family in the 70s. But you'll get to see the altar, and you'll get to get a tour of the campus, as well as a number of other activities. So it sounds like a fantastic opportunity to see a piece of, at least for the Hazleton Polish community, a piece of their past, their family's history during that day.
You being a member of the board for the Greater Hazleton Historical Society, how big of an event is this that is being preserved?
It's a huge event, and it's important development, because the challenge of so many Catholic churches when they close is, how are they reused? Is there an opportunity for adaptive reuse? And at least if they are closed, what can you do to preserve so many of the beautiful features that made that church? So we're very happy to see this positive outcome. And St. Stan's is becoming the new congregation, the church building itself, and which dates back to the 1930s, the current structure, a beautiful Art Deco edifice. So, it's important to preserve those properties initially to address that, but if you can't save the property, at least save the unique architectural elements that made that property so special.
All right. Well, if you would like to take that bus trip on October 8th to New York, you can call Carol Barron, 570-455-2386. I'm sure that a lot of people will be traveling, and hopefully we can do a follow-up with that as well as to what the reaction was on that.
Absolutely.
All right. Charles McAwee from the Greater Hazleton Historical Society and Museum.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
I'd give today a 2 out of 10 weather-wise. Monday looks like our best day coming up, and I'd give it a 4 or 5. Here's our local weather forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, rain likely before 11 p.m., then a chance of showers after 11 p.m. It'll be cloudy with a low of 52 degrees. Friday, rain likely, cloudy with a high near 58 degrees. New precipitation amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch possible. Friday night, 40% chance of showers, cloudy with a low of 53. Saturday, showers likely, cloudy with a high near 63. Saturday night, we have a 50% chance of showers, mostly cloudy. Our low is 56. On Sunday, we have a 40% chance of showers, high of 66. Sunday night, 30% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, low of 55. On Monday, a 30% chance of showers, a partly sunny day though, with a high of 67 degrees. And then Monday night, partly cloudy, low of 51.
Tomorrow night, the curtain goes up on a very popular show. It will be presented by the Nuremberg Community Players. It's Little Shop of Horrors, and we are pleased to welcome two members of the cast here to our studios today. We have Lauren Marola and David Moses. Lauren, I'm going to start with you. For anybody who's not familiar, and my memory escapes me a little bit too, tell us basically what the story is behind Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes, Little Shop of Horrors is basically about a guy, his name is Seymour, and he works at a plant shop. His hobby is collecting rare and unusual plants. And one day there's this total eclipse of the sun, and he finds this plant he's never seen before. It's unidentified. And as it grows, it needs an unusual food source. I won't spoil what it is for those of you who are coming to the show, but this food source ends up causing major problems for both Seymour and the entire town of Skid Row, where it takes place.
All right, sounds exciting. Now, what role are you playing in this production?
I play Crystal. She's one of 3 street urchins, and basically what we do is narrate the show and let the audience kind of know what's going on, as well as some interaction with the characters within the show.
All right, sounds good. Both of them are actors in the area, but you told me, David, that this is only your second show, so congratulations on that. What will you be doing tomorrow night?
Oh, I'll play a couple little parts. I start out as Bernstein, a guy who basically wants to get his hands on the plant, and I have a couple other parts in the show as well. I play another man at the end who comes in with a contract and wants to get his hands on the plant. So I'm basically a sleazy opportunist.
Only playing that. He's not that in real life.
As far as we know.
I don't think so. So now, this is going to be a fun show, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Give us the times and the ticket prices so everybody out there can come see you guys.
Well, you could come see us on Friday and Saturday at 7 o'clock, and again on Sunday at 3 o'clock. And the tickets will be $15. You can call and reserve seats, or you could take your chances and show up at the door and see if we have any tickets left.
So this is really affordable local theater. I mean, we have a lot of talent in this area, and I'm sure this show will not prove any different with that. So how thrilled are you to be part of this, to bring such shows to the area at such a reasonable price?
Oh, I'm thrilled. I mean, it's a great cast. It's a little cast compared to what we had in Greece. But the talent, like you said, is just tremendous, and it's great to work with these people. Our director, Sue, she's awesome. So it's, it's a really great opportunity for us.
All righty. Well, we hope you have a really successful show. As they say, break a leg, guys and gals. The show taking place again Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That is at the Nuremberg Community Players Theater. If you're wondering where that's at, it's 283 Hazel Street in Nuremberg. The number to call for tickets, 570-276-6263. I know it's going to be fantastic. Nuremberg Community Players always putting on a great show. Don't miss it this weekend.
Thanks again, Lisa. All right, your lottery numbers are up now here on FYI. They're your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. Pick 279, pick 3 121, pick 4 1661, and pick 5 17368. When we come back, we'll take a look at how the first season of women's soccer is going at Penn State Hazleton.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
It's the first season for women's soccer at Penn State Hazleton, and so far so good for the new program. Things started out like you would think they would for a new program, but then the story took a sudden and exciting twist. Julian Ernest played with the Penn State Hazleton men's team in 2015. When she found out a women's program would be kicking off in 2016, she went around campus to spread the word.
We tried recruiting on campus before, at the end of the year last year, and that was kind of slow. We had 4, 5 girls who were like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Is this actually going to happen?
Thankfully, her head coach, Jesse Shadle, was doing well on the recruiting trail. He got his first commitment from the Hazleton area high school's Madison Palumbo in February. When Palumbo got to campus in the fall, she joined the effort to get more women on the roster.
We literally were just walking around campus when a couple of us had free time, and we would just walk up to random people and be like, hey, you want to play girls soccer? Go down to Coach Jesse's office. It's in, this part of the phys ed building. Literally how we went recruiting. I would say it's beyond my expectations. I wasn't expecting us to get as many girls as we did, and I wasn't expecting to get the kind of skill that we have right now. So honest to God, I'm really impressed with the girls we have, the team that we have put together.
The team's second official game was against defending Penn State University Athletic Conference champion PSU Beaver on the road. The local Lions picked up their first win with a 4-1 victory. Beating a team like Beaver had to seem impossible when Ernest was trying to get people to sign up for the team last year, and even though they filled up the roster, it still had to seem far-fetched when practice started this year.
We are still in the national conference in the USCA. Yep. So we still have a chance to make the national tournament, which is fantastic for them. They have a goal that they have set out that they wanted to make that tournament. Early on in the season, I tell you what, I wasn't sure because we had girls that were, I want to play, that kind of thing, but they wouldn't show up to practice. But we have a core group right now of 15 girls that have really dedicated their time and their efforts into making this thing happen.
PSU Hazleton followed up their big win at Beaver with an 8-0 shutout at Westmoreland County Community College. What's worked for you guys this year? Is it just the talent you guys have? Are you guys clicking together? Is it everything? I mean, what's kind of worked this year?
It's a little bit of everything. So we have a lot of talent, especially up top and in the back, everywhere really. And then we've really bonded together as a team as well and really formed friendships. So I think that helps on the field too.
On the field, the captains are happy with everything except the team's finishing. They need to turn more shots into goals, and if they can do that, maybe they can reach their goal of making the United States Collegiate Athletic Association playoffs in their first season of existence. Next season will bring new goals as the team will be welcomed into the Penn State University Athletic Conference. Going through the teams you've played, you've seen the conference a little bit. You guys confident that when you get in, I know you could go to USCAA this year, but when you get in the Penn State conference, you guys think maybe even next year that you guys can make some noise?
Oh yeah, we're gonna kill it. I'm pumped. I'm so excited.
With growing confidence and maybe a few more wins, the local Lions should have no problems expanding their roster for 2017 and their expectations. You can catch the Nittany Lions in action at Community Park in Hazel Township this Sunday at 1 p.m. against Berkeley, New York. We have a championship alert. We need a whistle or an alarm to go off when this happens. I'll work on that. Until then, here's the FYI Standard Speakers scoreboard. The Marion golf team, they took home the Schuylkill League Championship with a score of 323. Nick Kurzinski had the low score with a 77. We'll speak with the Schuylkill League individual champion, Albert McFadden, next week on FYI. We'll also be talking with Jasmine Mooney, who now has 500 kills in her Marion volleyball career. The Phillies lost a non-league matchup to Holy Redeemer, but they pushed the Lady Royals to 5 sets in a matchup of local powerhouses. Wednesday is Dave Day on FYI. It's also crazy cross-country running day. Let's start with the guys this week. North Schuylkill beat Tamaqua and Jim Thorpe, with Chris McCormick taking first place. Marion's Aaron Srinivasan helped the Colts to a win. Monoy area moved to 7-0 with a sweep. Cole Streisel, William Streisel, and Adam Serino finished second, third, and fourth, and that's good cross-country, my friends. Franklin Cunningham helped Hazleton area to 3 more victories. His time was 17 minutes and 25 seconds. MMI was swept. In girls cross country, the Caparel sisters finished 1-2 for Marion. Tina was first and Nicole was second as Marion beat Shenandoah Valley. Tamaqua beat North Schuylkill with Monica Shimko setting the pace. The Monoy area girls took 2 of 3 races. The Hazleton area girls went 1 for 2. Mary Everdale finished first at the meet for the Lady Cougars. The Hazleton area field hockey team had 2 shots on goal, and they buried both of them to beat Dallas 2-1. Megan Reed and Jill Bookman scored for the Lady Cougars. Ben Pasakinis, who we saw on FYI on Tuesday, had a hat trick for Penn State Hazleton in their 7-0 win over Penn State Wilkes-Barre. And you know that Geico commercial with Marco Polo playing Marco Polo? It's amazing, almost as amazing as Jorge Moncayo playing water polo. He scored 6 times in Hazleton area's win over Central York. And on the girls' side, Abby Schneider had 10 saves in goal in the Lady Cougars' victory. In boys soccer, MMI and Tamaqua suffered losses. The Cubs, they lost to the Pirates on Wednesday, and that's sports for Thursday. It's Thursday. Go crazy. It's boneless wing night at Bottlenecks. 50 cents a wing. You can add a small order of fries for only $1.50.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the Nuremberg Community Players will be presenting Little Shop of Horrors September 30th at 7 p.m., October 1st at 7 p.m., and October 2nd at 3 p.m. All seats are $15. The Nuremberg Community Players Theater is located at 283 Hazel Street in Nuremberg. For tickets or more information, please call 570-276-6263. Our next announcement, Surviving Together, the support group from the American Cancer Society, will be holding their next meeting Thursday, October 6th at 6 p.m. at Perkins Family Restaurant. All cancer patients, survivors, and their families are encouraged to attend. For more information about this event, just call 570-454-4598. And finally, the MPB Community Players' 25th annual fall musical is a tribute to 2 of the most important figures in American theater. Some Enchanted Evening, the songs of Rodgers and Hammerstein, will be presented this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Catholic Social Services in Hazleton. The show features 22 performers from ages 10 through 87. Seating is limited, so reservations are recommended. For more info, just call 570-454-0178. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Julie Ann Bursavage of McAdoo. Funeral is Saturday at 9:30 a.m. from the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. Brian Fanning of Hazel Township. Friends may call Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Harmon Funeral Home. And James T. Fetchko of Milnesville. Mass is Saturday at 9:30 a.m. in the Transfiguration Church. Friends may call Saturday from 8:30 to 9:30 at the church. The Hillary J. Bonin Funeral Home is assisting the family.
Thanks for watching. Take it easy, everyone.